Welcome to my first edition of Field Notes in Los Angeles at the West Hollywood Public Library. I'm at the LA County Library. That's why I'm talking softly. I don't know if this room is soundproof. I imagine it is, but I'm still a little nervous. It's my first time recording a video here. I am at the West Hollywood location, which is literally right across the street from the Pacific Design Center. It's such an incredible space. And it has me thinking about expansion and the opportunity to get outside of my routine, our normal routine, and how we can create a real linear understanding of ourselves, especially in the routine and all of the roles and all the things that we are responsible for. We can almost become like a version of ourselves and lose track of who we truly are. And life is really about a series of events of becoming more who you truly are. At least that's the life I'm leading, and that's the life that I'm always promoting and encouraging and advocating for in every woman that I work with. But life is very noisy, and it will have you sidetracking. It will have you could spend a very long time being stuck in a place that isn't actually for you. And everything is preparing you, but at the same time, you have such an opportunity to pause, to step outside. What I'm experiencing here is how much just getting out of my own day to day has made me have different thoughts about myself. You know, you wouldn't think the interior of a library would shake me in that way, but that's what can happen when we put ourselves in new spaces, when we are in relationship with environments and people, and even just the day and night. I'm born and raised here. I'm a native Angelino. I left for about 10 years, and there's still so much of this city that I have not explored. And here's what I'm experiencing right now. So I have been building a business for the first time, and I'm really in that messy middle in many ways. And at the same time that I'm still building and still creating clarity on the streams of income that will support me in continuing to build this business, it's also making me over because I'm facing so many different parts of myself that I knew would happen, but even more than I could have ever anticipated. So I'm at this place where I just finished doing my taxes, and it made me aware of like a lot of superfluous spending. It made me aware of a lot of opportunities and what I was prioritizing, and like these promises that we make to ourselves. If you're somebody who's a high achiever, if you're somebody who's had a lot of success in your life, or you're just, most women are very, very capable and have had to become very capable because that's just how life has been designed for women. And it's like, it's a gift and it's also a curse. And as a result of that, that becomes wired in the nervous system. So I know I have a propensity to always do more. I'm also really curious. I'm also really ambitious. And those are not things you can just turn off. And when you start to go on a journey like this, if you want to be successful, if you have clarity of what your end game is, it's going to force you to strip things away. It's going to force you to evaluate and self-reflect and make new choices. And one of the things that I know has been really challenging for me in this journey is how much I can get distracted, especially in the online space, because stuff is just pouring and flooding into you all the time. And if you're trying to solve, which is often what you're doing when you're building something and you haven't quite reached where you think you want to be, where you are envisioning, then you're always going to be in that figuring out energy. And it's very seductive. So especially for women, because I think women are so used to figuring it out because we get shit done. So when I come to this space, I'm just aware of how much more option there is, how many different ways I could be actually relating with myself, and how much a physical space impacts that and changes that and provides new ways of entering into that versus staying in the place I normally work, or even just going to a coffee shop, just coming to this incredible place where the Pacific Design Center is right there, and just being in the midst of all this. It's It's very powerful. I mean, these are things that we can know conceptually and know intellectually, but it's something really different when you put yourself in the space. And that's just something that I'm really aware of right now. So, my question for you is, where in your life are you limiting or holding yourself back because you haven't just like shifted your routine or your environment? This is the question that's percolating for me right now, and it's something that is very medicinal because I am at this interesting kind of pivot. So I offer that to you. This might be your invitation. And one of the ways that I work with women is in a private advisory session capacity. And what that really means is often we are at a juncture, often we are at this place, and we just need a little bit of assistance to take that next big step, the one that we've been thinking about and processing and talking about for a really long time. And that can happen in a really powerful conversation. It's not a typical coaching session, it's not therapy, it's an opportunity to become really, really connected to what you really want and to become aware of what exactly is in the way. And that's just one of the ways I work with women. If that's interesting to you, there's a link below. Until next time.